Hello everybody and welcome back to Marvel Snap. In this video we're just going to cover the November season. There's a lot of new content this season and I think it's going to be one of the best seasons we've had in a minute. Every card seems really interesting and I'm just super excited. We're going to go over we're just going to briefly cover the season pass card, the season pass in general, some of the variants coming this month, and then also the spotlight caches and what we know about Deadpool Diner returning this month. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Here's the look at the Battle Pass key art. The season pass card is Surtur, who some of you may remember from Thor Ragnarok, the opening scene where Thor is chained up. He's fighting Surtur. A really cool character. Really love his fiery design. He's a 3 energy, 5 power card. And his ability reads, after you play a card with 10 plus power, this gains plus 3 power. A neat idea. So every time you play a 10 plus, this will gain another 3. So, you play one, it'll be a 3-8. Play a second one, a 3-11. It's going to have good synergy with Scar, probably Typhoid Mary, Cold Obsidian, Crossbones, just the cheapest 10 plus power cards. Right there, you have Typhoid Mary and Cole and Crossbones that are 4 energy cards that equal 10 power. So if you are using a deck with that, Surtur's going to be perfect for that mix. And then Scar, which I don't have Scar personally, so I will not be using Scar. I'm excited. I'm excited to pick up this card, excited to see where it goes. And it's going to have a lot of good use because a lot of, I'm sure with Death, it might be good. There's just a lot of cards in this game that are really going to synergize with Surtur. Now, I'm excited to see the experiments people have with it. I'm going to try to come up with something that comes out, and I'll probably make a separate video trying to cover at least the best deck I was able to find and give feedback on it. But for now, these are just some ideas off the top of my head because the card's not out yet. This is coming out the night before. So I love the season art we have for this season. The Odin variant, the Battle Pass is really nice. A Thor variant, I don't use Thor, but really nice Thor variant. The Surtur variant's also really, really nice. And then the card back of Surtur. Some other highlights of the season, we have the Conquest variant is a variant for Jane Foster. The Ultimate variant released in the season is this X23 Fantasy variant, which is beautiful. I love this variant. I won't get it though because it's an Ultimate. And sadly, I don't have any Ultimates. I'm still just prioritizing getting cards over variants. But the Jane Foster variant, also a big fan of. I think this is a good Conquest variant. A huge fan of this Jane Foster one. If I can hit Infinite soon enough, I'm going to definitely go for this variant. Really, really nice variant. I'm sure it's going to look great upgraded. Yeah, and then the Infinite card back is Gore the God Butcher, which also really lovely. The season starts tomorrow, November 5th. And will end on December 3rd. But then Deadpool's Diner's coming back for Thanksgiving. On November 21st, Deadpool's Diner will come back. Kind of Thanksgiving-esque version of it, I believe. The foods are very Thanksgiving-esque or centered around at least holiday foods. And the card is King Heatry, a 1 energy, 2 power card that is an activate, and you draw a card from your deck that didn't start there. I'm curious to see how that's going to play. Being a 1 energy, you can play it early. And it is an activate, so you cannot use it till later in the game. And I'm curious to see what the synergies for that card is going to be. I can't really even think of any off the top of my head. But yeah, excited for Deadpool's Diner. Was a big fan of the first go around, and I'm excited to see it back. And then lastly, what we'll talk about is the spotlight caches. November 5th through November 12th, the first week of the season. We have Frigga, Copycat, and Red Guardian. Super excited for the first week. Frigga is a 3 energy, 3 power, which is on reveal. Add a copy of the last card you played to your hand if able. So that card's going to be really good for duplicating a card you have. I'm super excited to see how she works. I actually really want to pick her up. I'm trying to save keys this week because I did not like the Anti-Venom card. Personally, I wanted it. I love Anti-Venom as a character, but I just did not really care for the card. I did do 1 key and I didn't get him. So I'm just going to sit this week out for the rest and save keys. So yeah, Frigga will be the first pickup of the Spotlight Cache. And then Copycat and Red Guardian, 2 amazing cards. I think Copycat is one of the best cards we've had in recent months that's come out. And then Red Guardian, I actually don't even have, so I'm also going to be stoked to hopefully get my hands on him. So personally, I think spending your keys for the first week might be good. I think the newest card is very decent. Being able to duplicate a card more consistently in games is going to be big. Not having to rely on a location to duplicate a card. The second week of the November season, we have Malekith, Thena, and Valentina, which very excited for Malekith as a character. I think Malekith is a really cool concept. I'm glad to see them in the game. Malekith is a 4 energy, 3 power. On reveal, add a 1, 2, or 3 cost card from your deck here. It reveals at the end of the game. Super cool ability. I'm really happy with the new cards this season, just based off of what we know so far. Obviously we have no playing time with them. Just based on their abilities and their descriptions, I'm super excited for this season. I think it's gonna be a good one. And then the third week of the season, we have Fenrir's Wolf, Annihilus, and Werewolf by Night. Fenrir's Wolf is a 2 energy 3 power. Activate, resurrect the highest power discarded or destroyed enemy card to your side of this location. Super excited to see this in some decks that prioritizes on destroying or discarding the enemy's hand. I think Fenrir is going to be great in those type of decks, just like the harassment decks, and I'm excited to see that card in the game. And Fenrir's Wolf is, I think, also just a really cool character. And then November 26th, the last week of the season, Deadpool's Diner will be going on at this time, and we're getting Gore the God Butcher finally. He's been in the finals for a while. I remember reading about him a long time ago in the leaked cards, but Gore will come with Havoc and Legion. Havoc and Legion are good, but they're very situational. And Gore the God Butcher is a 6 energy -1 power, ongoing +2 power for each unrevealed card in play. I actually really like this ability. I'm curious to see how this is going to work. I'm guessing it takes into consideration the opponent's unrevealed cards as well, because it doesn't specify at the moment if it's just your cards or every card on the board. So super stoked to see how that works. I'm guessing it's gonna utilize every card on the board that is on reveal, enemies and yours. So super excited. I think Gore the God Butcher is also a really cool character, and I'm sure they're gonna have some sick variants. But yeah, and actually the last thing we'll cover, because this is also public information now, is the hot locations, the 2 new locations. The first hot location we'll get will be on November 13th, and it is Valhalla. After turn 4, repeat the unreveal abilities of cards here. Super sick. I think this is going to be really neat to see him play. But yeah, really cool location. I'm excited to see how that's going to work. And then November 27th, so 2 weeks later, we'll get the second location of the month, which is Yggdrasil. I think I'm saying that right, Yggdrasil. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I believe that's how pronounced, because I think that's a location from God of War Ragnarok, which I played, and I remember that. It's like the area within the realms. After each turn, give all cards at another location +1 power. Holy crap. Okay, that's ridiculous. So this is just the exact opposite of the other location in the game that's been the game forever now, where after each turn, every card here gains +1 power. I forget the name of it. It's just the exact opposite, but it gives all cards at another location +1 power. So really, really cool. It's basically just that exact one, but just goes to a different location, and I think that's neat. So I actually am a fan of this. I think Yggdrasil is going to be really cool with how it's more random between the 2 locations, which cards are going to get the +1 power each turn. So curious to see how that's going to play out as well. You know, it's just adding more randomization to the game, which honestly is probably not a good thing, but which honestly can be really frustrating when so many things are based off of luck. So I think these are some good new locations for the month. Valhalla I'm super interested in, and then Yggdrasil is more of a more randomized one. And yeah, I think that's it for the season. Super excited for the season. Do I think you should pick up the Battle Pass? Of course. I think you should pick up, honestly, every Battle Pass, because in recent memory, every Battle Pass, the newest card is really good and can build some really good decks, and you know, I think you get your money's worth. In my opinion, I bet every season. I'm not going to tell you to buy it, but I think it's not a bad choice. If you're interested in buying the Battle Pass, do it. I mean, I think it's a big deal. But if you do plan on buying the Battle Pass, which I think this is a good one to pick up, buy it from the website shop, the Marvel Snap website shop. Just look that up, or look up Marvel Snap website, and then go to the shop in the top right. Buy it from there. You get extra rewards to your account for no additional cost. It's the best way to buy the Battle Passes, or buy anything in the game. I said it in the last video I did for Marvel Snap. It's the best way to buy anything in the game. It's the best way to buy Battle Passes, or literally any purchase in the game that you plan on making. Buy it from the shop. You get more rewards for your money. It's just the best way to do it. But yeah, this is a super quick showcase of the new stuff coming in the November season of 2024 for Marvel Snap. Be on the lookout for more Marvel Snap content. I'm going to make this my main focus for videos for the foreseeable future, hopefully. And yeah, I got a lot more Marvel Snap coming. I'm going to incorporate more funny stuff as well, not just strictly updates and information on the game. But I wanted to introduce some funny content as well. I have a few ideas and some that can become a series that could repeat on the channel. But yeah, this is the Marvel Snap showcase of the November season. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.